Thanks for waiting, big guy. All right, let's go. Sweet, dude. Let's take a shot of that. So here we are. I got the Monster with me, right, Monster? That's the T-Monster. So we're gonna go up on the ridgeline, hike around, have some fun with some old friends. I brought one lens along with me to give myself a little bit of a lens challenge. Got my breakfast of champions there. I'm really excited about these things. These are like heaven. Just like pure sugar and chemicals. Yeah, Panasonic 25mm 1.7 prime lens. I've been loving this lens for the stills that I've been taking. We're gonna put it to the test with some video. So yeah, like, I don't know, whatever, enjoy. Let me know what you think.
It's true, there's things these photographs don't show. When she took my hand, dreaming as we ran, we used the stars in the sky as our map, singing, ooh, if you'll be mine, then ooh,
Hey guys, so that was fun. I love giving myself these like little lens challenges, if you will. It really forces you to work within the constraints of the lens that you're using and like really learn it really well. So like I said, I was shooting with the little 25mm f1.7, which is like a budget prime lens. It's basically the equivalent of like a Nikon like 50mm f1.8, which I used to love when I was into full frame DSLRs. So I picked this guy up. I think it cost me under $200, and I really don't think, if you are a Micro Four Thirds or a Panasonic shooter, like, you can't afford to not have this lens. It is so much fun to shoot with, especially for stills. So shooting video, I definitely learned a couple things. This has a great big ring on it for racking focus, which I was really excited to play with for video. Makes it really easy to use in your hand and rack focus with. And so what I ended up doing was kind of bumping up my aperture to 4, anywhere from like 4 to 8, depending on what I was trying to shoot, and racking focus manually. I found I wasn't a big fan. It didn't seem to track the autofocus that well, which I was kind of surprised about, because when paired with the G9 for stills, it is super fast in any type of autofocus tracking. You know, of course, I was just like running around the mountain with friends and wasn't really paying attention, so maybe I could have, you know, set up my focus area wrong in camera. I don't know. Anyway, one thing that I realized that I didn't think I was going to miss, because it hadn't been that big of a factor with stills when shooting like super wide open, but for video, was image stabilization. So the G9 has this like ridiculous 5-axis you know, sensor shift image stabilization in the body, and when you pair that with a lens that has you know, the 5-way sensor shift technology as well, it's called like dual IS, and you can get some ridiculously smooth shots handheld. This lens does not have image stabilization, and I really missed it. So I shot that whole video at 4K at 60 frames. so that I could slow it down in post and kind of get that like super smooth cinematic looking movement. But I wasn't really able to obtain the same level of smoothness with this lens compared to some of the other lenses I use when I'm shooting video. So that was like kind of a huge bummer and almost a deal breaker. So I think for video, I'm probably not going to use this guy this much for video anymore. But in a pinch, it'll get the job done. And like I said, I've just been having a ton of fun shooting stills with it. So one lens that you cannot afford to not own is this little 25mm f1.7. Couldn't recommend it anymore. It's a total must have if you're a micro four thirds shooter. Anyway, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time.
This is a honey hole.
Oh, literally, yeah.
Oh, they're kind of tasty.
Pretty good.